What if the reason you're suffering is not because life is difficult, but because you decided exactly how life should unfold? Think about that for a moment. What if the anxiety, frustration, disappointment, and even heartbreak you've experienced come from one hidden source: attachment? Today, I want to share a lesson that completely transformed how I look at life. A lesson inspired by Wayne Dyer's powerful quote: detach from needing to have things work out a certain way. At first, I misunderstood this idea. I thought detachment meant not caring. I thought it meant becoming passive. I thought it meant giving up. But I eventually discovered something surprising. Detachment is not weakness. Detachment is freedom. And by the end of this episode, I will show you how this principle connects philosophy, spirituality, psychology, consciousness, and even modern science. There was a period in my life when I believed happiness was waiting for me in the future. When I get that opportunity, when that person changes, when my plans finally work out, then I'll be happy. Sounds familiar? The problem was that life kept refusing to follow my script. Unexpected setbacks appeared, people made choices I couldn't control, opportunities disappeared, and every time reality disagreed with my expectations, I suffered. Not because life was attacking me, but because I was attached to specific outcomes. The ancient Stoics taught that suffering begins when we try to control what is not ours to control. They recognized a simple truth: we control our actions, but we do not control outcomes. We control efforts, but we do not control the results. We control our attitudes, but we do not control the world. Yet most people spend their entire lives trying to control the uncontrollable. And then they wonder why they are exhausted. Imagine planting a seed. You water it, protect it, give it sunlight, but every hour you dig it up to check its progress. Will it grow? Of course not. Yet that's how many of us approach life. We plant goals, then constantly worry, obsess, doubt, force, control, and unintentionally interfere with growth. Wayne Dyer understood something profound. The moment you release your obsession with a specific outcome, you create space for possibility you never imagined. Sometimes life is not denying you. Sometimes it is redirecting you. Many spiritual tradition teaches that attachment is the root of suffering, not because desires are wrong, but because attachment turns desires into chains. There is a huge difference between intention and attachment. An intention says, "This is what I would love." Attachment says, "This is what must happen." Intention is open, attachment is rigid. Intention flows, attachment resists. And life rarely cooperates with rigid minds. One of the most liberating realizations I ever had was this: I can deeply desire things without needing it for my happiness. Think about relationships. Many people enter relationships hoping another person will complete them. They become attached to how that person should behave, how they should communicate, how they should love, and when reality differs, suffering begins. But healthy love is not possession. Healthy love allows freedom. The more attached we become, the more fear appears: fear of loss, fear of rejection, and fear of change. Detachment does not eliminate love, it purifies it. Our unconscious mind constantly seeks certainty. It wants guarantees, predictability, control, but reality operates differently. Life is dynamic, change is constant. The unconscious often creates anxiety because it mistakes uncertainty for danger. This is why many people overthink. Their mind is trying to predict every possible future, yet the future cannot be fully predicted. The results: stress, mental fatigue, and endless worries. Here is a practical exercise. When you catch yourself obsessing about an outcome, ask yourself, what part of this can I control right now? Focus there. Then ask, what must I release? Release the rest. Practice this daily. Your mind will slowly learn the difference between responsibility and control. Many people misunderstand reality as fixed and predictable, but modern physics reveals something extraordinary. At the deepest levels, possibility exists before certainty. Potential exists before manifestation. Reality is not as rigid as it appears. Life contains countless possibilities unfolding every moment, yet attachment narrows our vision. When we are attached to one outcome, we become blind to 10 better ones. Imagine standing before 1,000 doors. Life wants to open any door that leads to growth, but attachment says, no, only door number 7. Door 7 remains closed, and we spend years suffering, while 999 opportunities stand by. This changed everything for me. I stopped asking myself, why isn't life giving me what I want? I started asking, what is life trying to teach me? This single question transformed setbacks into lessons, failures into setbacks, and obstacles into redirection. Let's make this practical. How do we awaken the unconscious through detachment? First, observe your emotional triggers. Whenever disappointment appears, ask yourself, what expectation was I attached to? The answer reveals unconscious. Second, practice outcome independence. Set goals, work hard, give your best effort, then mentally release the results. Third, embrace uncertainty deliberately. Try new experiences, meet new people, learn unfamiliar skills, then train your mind to become comfortable with the unknown. Fourth, use gratitude. Gratitude shifts attention from what's missing to what's present, and the unconscious follows attention. Here is a challenge. For the next 7 days, whenever something doesn't go according to plan, don't immediately label it bad. Pause, observe, stay curious. Ask yourself, what opportunity might be hidden here? You will be surprised by what you discover. Many of the greatest blessings in my life arrived disguised as disappointments: a closed door, a rejected opportunity, a delayed dream. At the time, they felt painful. Later, they revealed themselves as gift. Sometimes life protects us by saying no. Sometimes it prepares us through waiting. And sometimes it surprises us with something better than our original plan. But we only see this when we stop clinging. The deeper lesson is this: peace does not come from controlling life. Peace comes from trusting yourself enough to navigate whatever life brings. Read this again in your mind. Peace is not certainty. Peace is resilience. Wayne Dyer's wisdom is not teaching us to stop dreaming. It is teaching us to stop imprisoning ourselves inside our dreams. Set goals, take action, give your best, but do not attach your identity to outcomes. Because your worth is greater than any results. Your value is greater than any achievement. And your future is often larger than any current imagination. So today, I leave you with a question. What are you holding so tightly that it's preventing life from surprising you? Maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a plan, maybe it's a timeline, maybe it's a version of yourself you have outgrown. Whatever it is, consider losing your grip. Not because you don't care, but because you trust life enough to flow with it. And remember, detachment is not giving up on your dreams. Detachment is giving up on the need to control how they arrive. If this message resonated with you, comment below. I choose trust over control. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Please like, share, and subscribe for more content exploring philosophy, spirituality, consciousness, psychology, historical wisdom teachings, and personal transformation. If you'd like to support the growth of this channel and help us continue creating inspiring educational content that reaches people around the world, please check the support links in the description below. Every contribution helps us produce more powerful episodes like this one. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, stay curious, stay conscious, and remember, sometimes the greatest miracles happen the moment you let go. See you in the next episode.